Yes, indeed. Great and wonderful Father in the heavens, ask of you, Mighty One, to cover, illuminate the things we possess via those ways. Yeah, man, cover things, Father, because we're living in some phenomenal times. Can't make the wicked one blow our minds. Understand what I mean? As far as me, I see it. You live somewhere, and you have a problem with your neighbor, and the enemy come upon them, and them a do some things. I don't nobody fight it with them in Rasta, nobody fight with them, you know. Like the most High God work it out. Man, it's not easy. You have to pray. Pray for strength. You understand what I mean? So I have complain to the wicked neighbor them about live on a building older than me. And boy, may I tell you, water is a terrible thing, you know. It's a good thing. We all need water, but it can be terrible at times. I don't know if the mic will work, cause sometimes the mic can give me a one time. So I make a couple of videos. I mean, I thought good on the video them, and then all of a sudden, man, the videos get distorted, no sound. So second video now I do. No sound. The front part coming, everything was fine. See that? Mic work, on it at times, and next time it'll stop work. But that's part of the journey, yeah, man. I hear one politician in Jamaica say we need divine intervention. It make me wonder to myself if we need it for sure. Well, I feel seek the most high and pray over things then. As I can see on the block where me live, people I sell out. I still got one house up on the block where I live, sell three. One, two. I think a two time now somebody sell that house there. People buy it, fix whatever them can fix on it and they sell it. People want house living on. And then there's a thing where we didn't have unity in our thing. It never work, you know. Yeah, man. Yeah, look for my topic. Just continue pray, my friends. Pray. Pray for strength. Hope you had a fabulous Easter weekend. You know, if I still make animals, make we animals live in a peace. Sin. What is sin? Disobedience. Also, you're going to give her an assignment. I want to fulfill it. I see those back president of the US. It's everything what him said recorded, you know. He said there's no global warming. And look what going on over Canada. A spring now and winters is in certain places. As a rested brethren said to me, them have them weather machine and they can turn it on and turn it on at any time. And nobody can tell me say there was that them not turn on the machine there last year gone. Because I never see this before. A hurricane could have linger on the sea for so long a time. But I just say go still. Blessed one, when a person are putting in the chat, I don't know what the heck them a talk about. Lion or elephant. Sometimes they are writing some kind of code, you know. I don't know what the blues, but that person they write say Jamaica is not Africa. Only animal we have out here like the farmer them problem up in a Portland and the border between Portland and St. Thomas and probably them have venture going through the hills or going no, I use not the so maybe slide crap no, in the so mostly Portland and go over to St. Thomas. And maybe them can slide go cross if them know the hills good. Go cross in a St. Andrew. The deers. Somebody come to Jamaica with some deers and look like them escape and go good. Yeah, like a couple of peers I must bring. It's them while you fought. Them why you told them on them things and on the farmer them stuff. Why you told them to stuff. Yo, yeah, the topic voice of God. Kind of behind still, and that's all right, good things. All right. Memory verse is taken from Psalms 29, verse 4. The Lord, the voice of the Lord is powerful. The voice of the Lord is majestic. Okay, sorry about that. It seemed like that one year, I heard this one twice. No, but that's another topic because I'm going to read the two of them good. We don't talk about voice of God because that was printed twice. An error was made. Topic is what are you doing for the Lord? Yeah, man, this is the one of David. And our first scripture is found in Matthew 28, 18 to 20. Memory verse is taken from 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 58. Therefore, beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. Yeah, motivational quote says, get busy for God and let your work count for eternity. Prophetic word for today. This year, as you give your best to God in service, I decree that 2026 shall be a sweet, memorable, sweet, why don't I use the word here? I shouldn't put the word here. A sweet year for you in the name of Yahshua, Son of the living God. Anyway, the message, beloved, you are prepared and ready for the rapture, the second coming of Christ. Many people are not ready. Many people are not ready. Based on what I'm seeing, you bring something to them, and I see it so often out there. People bring stuff, pamphlets, and hand it to people on the street. And you pass by, you pass. Sometimes you see the same pamphlets them on the ground. The more polite and respectful thing to do, just tell the person them say you're not interested, and just instead of you take it and throw it away. So, yesterday, Easter Monday in Jamaica, somebody, uh, somebody was making me something. Anyway, the person is a female near to a little restaurant. I always buy my little porridge and fritter. So I went in there and said, well, true face, the first me I said the person still. I never pass. My wife this I'm very regular. I never said the person yet. I never said the woman there yet. My pass on the road there, up and down on both sides of the road. Never said the person there before. So anyway, I say true face, I might see her back. Went in there, buy 3 fritters. Through my face again. I saw her. So I take out one, come walk with a little bag with me. Water. That is, I look about water. And my raincoat, because since I get weather, unusual weather in Jamaica from January till now, we've been getting rain in Kingston and other parts of Jamaica. Unusual. So I walk with a bag with my little things then. So I take out my filters and give it to her. She receive it. If she really says something, I don't even hear her because I shoot off, I walk fast. I just hand it to her and shoot. I'm gone. Why I said all of this to say that we have to do good. Do good. Even when Yahshua, the Son of the Living God, was here and he fed the multitude on more than one occasion. I think at 2 times in the Bible I see such large gathering of people where Yahshua, the Son of God, fed them. And 2 different occasions, like five, sorry, 5,000 people with 3 fish and 2 loaves of bread. And he prayed, and the Most High God Yahweh bless that food. Anyway, I'm kind of cutting on my devotional reading here, but there's an issue there, man, based on people, rather, you give them their daily bread, physical food, than spiritual food. Well, we have been spiritual food. Alright, one important preparation that will make you rapturable is to be born again and make soul winning a daily priority. Today, many people are busy, very busy for themselves, family, businesses, and career, etc. They have particularly nothing they are doing for the Lord. There are yet some people who think that because they are doing some things for mankind, they are by far doing serving God, or doing those things for God. They are wrong. This is because God will not reckon your service to man as service to him if he did not tell them to render those services in the first place. It is your responsibility to find out what God would have you do in these last days. Engage in those things with commitment. The Great Commission is a command and an assignment for all believers. How are you faring in this question? Do not procrastinate or delay. This is dangerous. Arise and do it now. The Bible underscores this point in Mark chapter 13, verse 35 and 36, which reads, Watch ye therefore, for ye know not when the master of the house cometh, at even or at midday, at evening or midday, or at the crowing in the morning. As coming sudden, ye find you sleeping. Don't be the one of the ignorant, unteachable, or disobedient ones who busy themselves with mundane activities like partying, chasing money, and the pleasures of life at the expense of the things that have eternal value, like shepherding, spreading the gospel and harvesting souls into God's kingdom. The Bible says those who are lost in the pleasures of this world have abandoned God's work, are all sleeping spiritually. They are therefore not rapturable. Rapturable. Okay. Beloved, we are called to serve our royal master and live for him in dedicated service. 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 15 says, And that he died for all, that they which live should not henceforth live unto themselves, but unto him which died for them and rose again. Also, 1 Corinthians 15, verse 58, our memory verse for today, encourage us to abound steadfastly in doing God's work and the assignment that He will reward us handsomely. Therefore, arise and get busy for the Lord. I can attest to the facts that yes, we are supposed to talk to persons, getting them ready or being a light in this dark filled world in which we are living. Yeah, man, we're living in a dark filled world where people, as I said earlier, only focus on pleasure, like going to party. From as a little youth till now, the dressing of females are getting so, get youth a hand now. Who now blow up themselves as females. I don't know. They blow up them. Some, hey, what go on, my sister? Pick up yourself. Nice having you. It's been a while. You know that we're all busy doing our thing. Happy to see you, man. True, true. Yeah, back to where I say some females are blow up themselves who want to have big Nash and who never born with no big boobies, breast. Can buy big breasts putting on them up here. Put by Jesus. Wow. And dangerous chemicals in these things are life threatening. I remember a Jamaican artist, she went to do some maintenance on herself and she went almost lost her life. Yeah man, almost lost her life. And she had the one what they call the liposuction there, I think she had worked on that one day after she done blow up on the back already. She had do that one day. And spend how much thousands of dollars and by the grace of God, I am doing well so far. You know, to God be the glory, great things He has done. I see you got the number one crown. I don't know it with you, but blessed one did have it, and now you have it. Now you're the number one. I'm doing great, doing great so far. I watch and I see from as a little you till me grow up as an adult, oh, the dressing of women has changed. And no respectable man really want them women to address certain type of way to attract the wrong type of person. Uh, you know, I would a man who have to see a woman have a show up her cleavage, her breast area, and you know, I would bring some type of things. No respectable man want that for them woman. And no respectable man look upon a woman in that. way. That's why, for example, I respect the Muslims them for this one wear that head scarf head thingy. I remember the name of it. Forgive me, my Muslim friends, for not remembering that the name of that thing. I need to do a research on it and all them attire themselves as females. Then appropriate, not for mercy in a certain society. But anyway, it's neither here or there. I just caught up with you while I was coming to start my live stream. Okay, wow, wow, wow. Honestly, more find a better time. Should we start that thing here? We can't do devotional at night, you know. So I mean, it's a bit at nights, like for example, all the way, you know, if I follow away, what the thing here? Analytics. My people them can be found Jamaica time, 6 in the morning, 6 in the evening, midday, and midnight. That's the times when me supposed to post, or I should say, where me supposed to between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. 6, sorry, midday and midnight. That's what analytics says. So I have to find the time around that. So is it I'm gonna start do midnight thing and cut out the 3, 4 o'clock something. Sometimes my day have you stay for long without going live. Probably about from I think the third. Oh, listen, me find my calendar. The last time I think I did one was the third for Friday. I never go. I never do none Saturday nor Sunday. I do a little piece of one yesterday. I never do no live stream Saturday nor Sunday. So yeah, as me look on my calendar. Do one yesterday. Yeah, man, with the plan for do a long nice piece of work. Start the work and then start the camera. So by the time stop at the bus stop, come see the bus. Yeah, the bike broke down, so we have to park it until we sort it out. You know. Based on what me I say, I can't afford for me and a no driver in Jamaica, whether bus or taxi, in an argument over the money. Because they want to charge some money and they are illegally increasing the fare on the passengers. And I don't appreciate that. That's why I got a little bike to ride up and down. Thank you so much for SS. Yeah, man. All right, we close off with prayer with the devotional. Oh God, Most High Father, Yahweh, help us who are still trying to walk in an upright way before you. May we follow your command, or in other words, your commission, to speak to persons, tell them about your heavenly government in which you will bring lasting benefits for each and every one. Forgive us of our shortcomings, O Father in the heavens, as we forgive those who err against us through word or action. Things I haven't mentioned before you. If it is your will and purposes, grant them to us, dear Father. Deliver us from the hands of the wicked one, whether spiritually or our physical enemy. All these things we pray through the name of your beloved Son, Yahshua. All right, blessings and peace, my sister. Give her thanks. Yeah, man. Give thanks. Yeah, we have a slight crossing at the newspaper reading and thing. I have to find the right time, yeah, and do this devotional thing here. What's this going on now? Recruitment, rush, Blackstone, now the market, governmental recruits. Right. They want to fill specialist vacancies for following the Cuban doctor's departure. And they're showing the Mandeville Regional Hospital. Mandeville, Manchester, against the backdrop of the recently terminated Cuban medical program. Officials from the Southern Regional Health Authorities, SARA, are now rushing to recruit specialists to fill the vacancies left in South Central Jamaica. SARA Director Michael Bennett told the Jamaica Observer that while additional doctors and nurses have been employed, there is still work to be done to replace the skills set loss. We lost some 30 odd Cuban medical professionals throughout the region, 10 from Mandeville, 10 from Clarendon, and the others at the facility in the parishes. We have a strategy of trying to recruit some additional staff members, but most of those ones were specialists, and we have not necessarily recruited the specialists yet. But what we have done in some cases where the need is not for specialists, we have recruited Jamaican doctors and nurses to fill the void, said Bennett. He pointed out the areas where the specialists are needed included the radiology and the neural department at the Mandeville Regional Hospital. These are specialists who I think we should be able to find replacement for in a short order. Okay, I am going to see that, Mr. Bennett. We are looking to start later this month, said Bennett. He said alternative measures implemented have so far mitigated against any detrimental impact of losing the Cuban medical professionals. We are not necessarily seeing any major fallout yet in terms of these persons leaving because we have some contingencies. We have some Jamaicans who were working along the Cubans. So while there is a challenge in terms of manpower, we still have some skill here. We are trying to see if we can bridge that gap in short order. For radiology, we utilize staff from Black River to come in Mandeville to do part time, and we plan to recruit someone for that area as well. The process continues, and we actively doing it, added Bennett. Meanwhile, Chief Executive Officer at the Mandeville Regional Hospital, Lon Miller, told the Observer that the Cuban medical program having ended, the facility has lost some well needed skills. The Cubans brought largely specialist skills to our country to have this hospital, and when we lost them, some of our departments became affected. The ones that I am aware of being impacted most significantly, albeit that is not necessarily a large amount of staff that work there, are our accident and emergency department, which lost one in terms of specialist nurses, or high dependency units would have lost persons from there, and our pathology service, we lost at least one specialist from there. But when you lose even one person, it is significant based on the skills set that they brought, said Miller. Based on the nature of what we do, we must remain positive. We are very accustomed to trying to find solutions to the challenges that we face, and therefore each day brings its own challenges. But I am fortunate enough to have a very dedicated team that help us to find solutions. So we press on day to day and deal with the circumstances that presents to us, Miller. Okay, end of article. Once in a lifetime opportunity. Yes. Let's see what this article I talk about here. So once in a lifetime opportunity. Cuba begins prison release after mass pardon. Okay, and you see a picture here. Inmates celebrate as they walk free from La Lima prison in Havana on April 3rd, 2026. The maroon Finjoy to box. Havana, Cuba. Cuban authorities began to free prisoners on Friday after announcing the country would pardon 2,010 inmates, the second release in less than a month as it faces heightened U.S. pressure. More than 20 inmates of La Lima Penitentiary in East Havana holding their release papers, crying and hugging relatives who had been waiting for them all morning. Oh boy, sorry about that. A 46-year-old who had served of, of a 6 year sentence for robbery told the AFP he was grateful for this opportunity that they gave us. He could not sleep after learning he would be released. This needs to keep going, Gazina told the AFP, referring to the release news. Cuban government announced late Thursday that it would process with the pardons one of the biggest releases in years as a humanitarian and sovereign gesture to mark Holy Week commenting in the Easter holiday. It is unknown so far if any of those who were freed on Friday were political prisoners, as no list was published. Cuban authorities deny holding any such prisoners. The U.S. State Department said it was aware of reports of the prisoners' release, but added that it was unclear if any political prisoners would be part of it. We continue to call for the immediate release of hundreds of other brave Cuban patriots who remain unjustly detained, a State Department spokesperson told the AFP. Wow. Miami-based rights group called Cuba Leaks told AFP that it was unable to confirm the release of any political prisoners so far. The Trump administration has called for the change in communist-run Cuban system of government, and the U.S. president has most about taking the island. But the two sides have also held talks recently. Havana did not link the pardons to talks with Washington, but the move came days after U.S. President Donald Trump eased the oil blockade of Cuba by allowing a Russian tanker to deliver crude to the fuel salvage island. This follow, follows a long pattern where there is a song and a dance about how Cuba has nothing to do with negotiation when it clearly does. Andres Tiara, a historian focusing on Cuba at the University of Wisconsin, told AFP Cuba is holding 775 political prisoners, according to rights group Justice 11J. Justice 11J said the release represents immediate relief, especially for the families, but it warns that the gesture does not constitute a change in the Cuban state's repressive policies. The Cuban government said the release would be based on the nature of their crimes, good behavior, health, reason, and time served. It added those released would not include people who committed murder, sexual assault, related crimes, and theft, illegal slaughter of livestock, and crimes against their authority. Justice J. Justice 11J said the mention of the all encompassing crimes against this authority was particularly concerning. These charges have insisted service as instruments of political repression in Cuba, said the group, which tracks arrests streaming from massive anti-government protests in July 2021. Oh. The Cuban government said the individual being freed included young people, women, and prisoners over 60 years old who are scheduled for early release within the next 6 months to a year. Wow. The government previously announced on March 12th that it would free 51 prisoners as a sign of goodwill towards Vatican, which has often acted as a mediator between Washington and Havana. At least 20 political prisoners were released in the wake of the March announcement, according to Cuba leaks. Mm-hmm. Wow. Alright, let me just focus a few more lines and we'll finish after that. Of half a dozen former prisoners interviewed by AFP outside La Lima, none were jailed for political reason. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity, said Preries, 20, who was jailed for cause bodily injuries. We suffered enough, and the mothers too. I mean, 20 was serving a nearly 3-year sentence for robbery. It is a great blessing, he said. This pardon comes at the right time for many inmates. And you see an inmate embrace a relative as he walks free from Lima prison in Havana on April 3rd. And you see 1, 2, 3 who have big bag inmates celebrating their release, and they pose for a picture. Wow. All smiles and hugs. Wow, wow, wow. One of them even bring out a bottle of wine to birdcage celebration time. My goodness. And family and loved ones feel happy to see them out and about. Give her thanks, greetings. Hey, long time in the face there. And, many victims of. We don't even want to get into that article. Yes, we don't even want to read about the article there. How many people are having an issue when it comes to that crack cocaine and then some of the oh my goodness. You know, I as a man, we all go through relationship challenges at times. And I think if as a man you love a woman, let you love her to the point where you just want free her. Leave, let her go. Free her like as a bird. Free her, make she go on. And think you will, the most I will make you find somebody. And you see article when we go up and say girl soldier charge in girlfriends murdered you in court on Wednesday. Yeah. Wow, wow, wow. Mandeville, Manchester. And yeah, the person is a 27-year-old member of the Jamaica Defense Force implicating the murder of his girlfriend, 29-year-old Dunkley. That's her surname. I won't call her first name because probably our relatives them are gonna be, feel away over this. But in these in three chains near here last Friday, are set to make his first court appearance tomorrow. Police say. Police source told the Observer Williams Williamson was charged with Dunkley's murder over the weekend after he confessed to unaliving her during a dispute. I see some Bobby's saying this on the live stream. I don't I just use myself as an example. I was married and doing 11 years of marriage with my ex-wife. If we were still together, would have been January ago, would have been 22 years. Yeah, 22 years of marriage. And as I say, relationship have its ups and its downs at times. And a songwriter said, if love's so nice, why it hurts so bad? But you know what I look upon as a person who's serving God? I could take up myself and walk out of that because rather you as an individual free as a bird than you allow yourself to be caught up in things with the law. Yeah, man, just yeah, I walk out of that situation because it never healthy. It seemed one-sided. I'll take up my newspaper and carry it up. Now I can't walk and read, so You guys come work with I as I care business kid one year. See there. Sometimes I watch some African movie. The movie according to what they experience or what they must still going out there. Understand? Mm-hmm. Yeah, my brother, my sister, please exercise self-control, control the anger. Don't make your anger put you in a problem with the law. Yeah, man. Yes, indeed. Mm. Yes, me I look on the monitor. Those ones with a black cat. I walk across the gate out on the roadway. See there, the black cat walk across. Live feed. So you got people engage a look. Yeah. Yeah, man, if you love somebody, you just let them go. Let them go on. Maintain. So this brethren, mash up him career as a army person. Mash up himself as an army person. Yeah. Got charged Saturday. Needs to face the court on Wednesday. The source said. Over the weekend, the police source said Williams Williamson in confessing to the unaliving claim with a voice told him to carry out the through some act with the birdcage also to me. They had an argument, and the woman decided that she was going to leave the relationship. And he grabbed her phone. She held on to him. He was saying that a voice told him to unalive her. Then he took a knife. The police was told the observer. Wow. Condolences to Miss Dunkley's family. Oh my goodness. She had a daughter, 12 years old. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Hey, Morty, what going? A long time when I see you in a bridging. Jaja. Glad to see the eye. Glad to see the eye and eye and thing. Let's see. 5:20. Kind of too early to block off the lights. When I touch about 5:40, I turn off the gate lights. The bird, them a chirp and thing. Boy, oh boy. Hope all is been well with. Boy, this YouTube journey thing is not a. It come like, it remind me of having faith in God. Because I, Jeremy, live good. You know which people me run with, and many of them not pay me no mind. Enough of them not pay me no mind. I know, so when I see them things out there, call me through my notification. I go watch them something. Whether shorts or live stream or video come up, I watch it. Watch them thing and left a comment. But no, not for them don't acknowledge my thing. You know, like some people that acknowledge say, oh yes, give them a congratulate whatever. No, but not nothing. No, it's back. Okay now. Bad blood them up with I and I. But me the type of um humble, God fearing person that I am, I don't watch the the type of mindset that they might have. But that's the thing same way. Watch them something, like it, comment, and keep on moving. Mm. I want to tell you, when they look on the list for people who get monetized, um, Africa have about 8 or 9 countries that are upon the list to get monetized and thing. I'm grateful for them who help I and I get to that threshold. I give a thanks, from December last year we did reach that, but I had a little issue with the AdSense. I took me about. from December 2020 to February before I could have said gone on that something there. I'll give her thanks. It is it's a journey. YouTube is a journey, and sometimes people not value the things that we are sure I bring towards them. Them not see it. You know, it take all of a time and effort for you go before the camera and record what you record. Sometimes I look at things and I get trouble. Yeah. Yeah, man, sometimes my device I get trouble. Sometimes me I record things and for no reason the, the mic was gone. And thing I have wonder how comes? How comes the mic was gone? Yeah, man, I'm glad for my brothers and sisters, them man, who reach that threshold and thing. To just continue to go on with the thing, yes, and why do you think I don't bother with my channel? I already have seen 99 problems that would just make it 100. Yeah, and it's rough, man, because I want to tell you this, me I tell you, I see how me hear people tell me, say, don't tell nobody, say, hey, you're monetized. Keep it as you. People are not silly and foolish. Some people say odds are play upon your thing, them will realize that something you reach the threshold and thing. And some will have the audacity to ask you, how comes it them missing a dollar sign on whatever. I can give them the reason for that. I know say on my end, me I see $1 sign and when I watch with my device, me see ads that pop up on my stuff. There might not been a long 5 minutes ads, but just couple like 20 second, 20 second, 20 seconds is just like a clip. Yeah, I give her thanks and so forth. But it's all good, man. But then I try push. I try get back into the rhythm of putting out more videos like I'm used to the before. Sometime I do put video on top of video. So from Sunday till now, a couple video release until couple video release on Sunday till now. So you don't know say Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, one release. Oh, one release. And next one, some I do it now. Every other day, something come up. As I always tell people, have so much things to talk about. A lot of things to talk about. I can't even name them all, but everything everybody wants to hear about, I try to talk about it. I may need to talk, do a video about domestic domestic abuse. Can go both ways, you can have woman love a drop lip on man and vice versa, where man a drop lip on woman. I don't condone them something that's still I think they're right. I'm probably one of the only people who genuinely visit channels just to support with no ulterior motive. I just try and spread some much needed love and kindness in this cold world. And I give her thanks for that. I tell you the truth, I have people who may show up for and I realize that me I show up for people, but them not show back up for I and I. I said, I was back. I show up for them, upon them live stream, I watch them video, and comment, and do everything. And especially if some of them have your number. When them have your number, can contact you. And then like them are dictate to you now, can you watch some videos for me? And you say to yourself, but I'm not just watch. I mean, I've been watching some live stream for you. How comes you now reciprocate and I show some love in another ear there? So now you see who is the real pretender. Yeah, show up for them, but them not show up for you. I said, oh, what's that? I want to talk like this now. Last time somebody come in the chat, them send one of them agents to come. I say, one of the chat say, well, when me ever talk up the things, them I say, I talk too much. So I realize so you have a lot of pretenders out there. Them only glad for when you help them for reach them thing. You all need people to be there in our little corner. But don't be the pretenders. I pretend and then when you reach your goal, you turn your back. It's like the prodigal son. When he squandered off his money and everybody gonna leave him. He said, Box, go back. Can't survive out here, I'm come back to my father's house. And I try I try my best, make the video them make improve to the point where I never used to put on the thumbnails. No, me I make my thumbnails and I put on my thumbnails and so forth. I need to do other stuff. Put in the SEO, search engine optimize, whatever them call it, SEO. The O part, me always forget that part. There are a lot of things that could help keep one thing up there, and by posting to it helps. Yeah, man. At the end of the day, even if somebody wants you to succeed, they will never want you to succeed more than them. We are all selfish and greedy at nature. Why, Monty? We, we look at things, we have the same mindset. We look at things like that for true. But let us do it like, as I say, we have the same mindset. We think alike. Same thing what you said earlier. It was show for showing sake. And that's what I do. But yeah, me know the people, man. Like how mother said, me know my and Miguel from the back of the hand. I know them, man. I know them. I'm just laugh to myself. But I still watch this thing same way. Did I try some what I call it, some sites with some short stream. And I see it going good so far. It's going good so far. Some videos them like and they get a good review. Yeah, some of the shots. Then what what would you say about somebody who you never see them in front of the screen, the camera like how me in front of my and for them channel the person I interview a couple days ago and I was listening to it, the whole idea too. And she says she support people and you know she never put her thing out in front. She never go before the camera. Always behind the camera. But her channel are go on. So I just have to put in the work, yeah, man. As simple as wow. It's all flash up, because I can see the water seeping in my wall. Forget outside, all flash up. The water seeping. Can see it. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I something just catch my eye. Yeah. I never used to be as kind, as loving as I am now. I had to be broken and put the pieces back by myself to truly understand what is actually important in life. I understand we are my brother. Yeah, man, some people are trying to say the certain little things, yeah, man. Try not to, try to continue just make content. That's what it's all about. So yesterday, now, me I walk down my security bridge, and we know for years, me and the man I work on the same road, different companies. He work a bigger company than my one, but we're same security officer, and we were talking, kind of, somebody married and thing. I have a daughter, and I said, boy, you go through the same thing to with film, you with them. And I said, blow us back. I say, fathers like we, who did that for pitney, they get them not recognize we. And the one them who never did that for them pitney, them ball and cry for them type of father there. That's why I don't really care how people perceive themselves, because very few are able to look into the mirror and see the monster staring back. True. So, Virgin, somebody him my phone out. May I record? My live stream yesterday. One look a small one still. And he said to me, why you have your phone out? So I tell him. So I said, all right. I'm not do this long. I'm going to come on the bus and record myself. And then end it. So it's been 2 days now from yesterday, Monday. Because today is Tuesday. I'm not doing a live stream or anything. But we'll continue the trend same way, man. Anyway, we're not going to further with this article here, but this domestic something here. It is not a good thing. This is a well needed um, article when I got click on. Yes, my Jamaican people who were homeless after Hurricane Melissa. It says families in Western Jamaica set to get 200 new homes after Hurricane Melissa. And you see a home constructed in Montego Bay, St. James, under multiple partner initiative. I have so much love in my heart that is for Moti, but I still have another side to me and know what I am capable of. We all have good and evil, but it's up to us to choose which one we want to let out. I want to let out the good. Just like how yesterday somebody begged me something, she big money, and I decided to buy her a flitters, because flitters big like my palm, bigger than my palm still. If you all know flitters, it's a Jamaican thing, Um, it's like a dough mix, them prepare it with, I'm gonna go with the Jamaican word, saltfish, and the American word would be codfish. They, you know, break up the codfish in it. It has pepper, red pepper, onion, tomato. scaling and time in it. So the flitters is big like my palm. The whole of with my, everything, the whole of here, so that's how big it is. And I gave it to her. I bought about three. So I had one, I gave her one, and I gave away another one. That's how I move. That's when I go up on the road. I'm just buy things. Like even I was coming to work Sunday afternoon, and I was walking. I saw a gentleman, you know, going through a garbage bag, throwing out some stuff, and I just dip into my grocery bag because I always have little things in there, and I didn't stop and buy anything else. I just gave it to him. I just took out a pack of wheat biscuit and I gave it to him, and he said to me, "Thank you so much," and I just continue my journey. I just try to do good as always. Just like I think it was Saturday. I bought two porridge, two flitters, and I never tried bulga before. I always did matter about this bulga. So the people then prepare two different porridge, corn and bulga. So I said, give me two bulga, two cups, and I pass in somebody. I said to the person, you want a cup of porridge? The person said yes, and I took it out. It's in a cup inside a plastic bag, a little bag. So I just gave it to them, hot, everything, spoon in it, and gave them the fritters and just continue my journey. That's just, I mean, Wagwan, how you do? That's just how I operate. Absolutely. So, love and kindness when you are able to, but it's important not to hide that other side because it can break you, my friend. I just random acts at times, my brother. Random acts, me do. Just it all depends on where the most I direct my steps today. I don't know which direction I'm heading. Going home, I don't know if I might pass that direction and purchase some things and just send them out to people on the roadway. I don't know. Yeah, let me take a read of the article here and then the Observer. In St. James, Jamaica, several families left homeless by Hurricane Melissa are now on the path to recovery as multiple partner initiative moves to construct 200 two-bedrooms homes in Montego Bay. And I saw a picture, one of them looking so lovely. Yeah, it looked like a board, but out of a foundation there, and metal door, nice windows. You can see the hurricane straps on the roof, looking quite lovely. Paint upon stuff, white and blue. It's in. hmm Um, Laura Butler, founder and director of the Strategic Relationship Building for the Bridgepoint Foundation, announced the major milestone in the ongoing relief and rebuilding initiative. Mm, Music, okay. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot and change the cannot change. The courage to change the things I can and the wisdom to know the difference. Okay, that is one moti. All right, the commitment was secured through coordinated efforts and teamwork involving director of Diego Operation Blessings and the president of Why Not International Foundation and Butler. Okay, so the different foundation that came about to help to this initiative of building 200 homes. This achievement reflects what is possible when organization comes together with a shared purpose, said Butler. Our focus has always been on sustainable Sustainable recovery, helping families not just rebuild structures but restore stability, dignity, and hope. Okay. Each home is estimated to cost between US 6,000 and and US 8,000, making the project both impactful and cost effective. To date, 20 homes have already been completed, providing safe and permanent housing for families who lost everything in the storm. The Bridgepoint Foundation continues to work closely with non-governmental organizations and the Jamaica Defense Force to accelerate construction, secure additional resources, and ensure that the remaining homes are delivered effectively, efficiently and reasonably. I see a picture here with the Bridge Point members attend to a ply board during their Hurricane Melissa relief initiative in Jamaica. And you see another, see a female this time and holding another member, driving some nails in a plyboard. As recovery moves forward, the foundation emphasizes that continued support from donors, partners, and volunteers is essential to reaching the full 200 homes goal, ensuring long-term resilience for the affected communities in Jamaica. End of article. Okay, Jamaica sweep gold in 400-meter hurdles in Carifta Games. Okay, wow, that's nice. And Middle East war, global economic fallout. Let's take a look at that. All right, Moti says the average price of a home where I live is $500,000, and that's crazy. Nobody can afford it anymore. It's better to rent than buy at this point. Okay, wow, boy, renting come with a cost in itself, especially if you have people live above you and they are from their father, the devil. Like me have some wicked neighbor. Feeling feeling bathroom is above my bathroom where I am renting. May I have to put it that way there. Cause me the things I was gonna get the preference to buy it. Person tell me bag of flippiness on my ears. So I just say no. When the most I bless me with some funds, I can extricate myself from that place. Where are you from? Kingston, Jamaica. Yeah man, they are lighting out here now. It's now 5:46 in Kingston, Jamaica. And the place will get bright up out the door, yeah. Spin the camera around. Like peep through the as it peep through the window. Open up phone and a drop off. Spin the camera out there, like take a look. You see daylight out there now. I am Mr. And I would like to know why have you not claimed your families? Yo, Bridget, we don't want no Samsung price nothing my G. Oh, I'm to you. I don't want no price from the songs or nothing, man. We don't want no prize from the songs or nothing, my G. We don't want no prize. no Samsung price, cause to me, a bag of scamming thing a go on. Bag of scamming thing a go on, yeah, man. And people just go on with some bag of rare. You can put in your email and people can track you down, and malicious people can track you down and do a kind of jargons with your thing, with the information. So I don't want no price for no Samsung. I good. I will buy a Samsung if I want to buy a Samsung. Okay, the chat is getting interested here, but we not take part in them thing there. But not claim no price or no Samsung. I will not believe in them something there. Anyway, Paris, France. As I read the Middle East thing they are going. No, just send me your WhatsApp number. As I said, I can send me get some of them something there, but I will not indulge in that. No, sir. Here are the latest economic events in the Middle East war. US stock rise, oil up, all Wall Street stocks logged gains Monday. Excuse me, on hopes for the ceasefire in the Middle East after Tokyo and Seoul also closed higher. Many markets in Asia and Europe were closed for Easter Monday, which contains with China's festival. Okay. Oil price also climbed with a barrel of main benchmark adding 0.1% to $109.79, with Texas Intermediate increase 0.8% to $112.41 per barrel. Trump plans to destroy Iran bridge power plants. US President Trump said Monday that the military had war plans to destroy all bridges and power plants in Iran for our period if his peace deal decline is not met. Okay, all right. We have a plan because of the power of our military, where every bridge in Iran will be disseminated by 12 o'clock tomorrow night, where every power plant in Iran will be out of business, burning, exploding, and never to be used again. He told a press conference. Trump previously said 8 p.m. Washington time on Tuesday midnight GMT Wednesday for Iran to agree to reopen the state. Okay. Turkish Japan tanker go through. Okay. A third Turkish owned ship has passed through the war-torn side. I see. Tehran has virtually closed the key waterway since US Israel strikes targeting Iran on February 28th, sending global oil and gas price soaring. Ocean Thunder was carrying crude oil from Iran to man, Japanese shipping firm Isu Line said an Indian flag tanker owned by a subsidiary had also safely transited this site. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Warns of effects of on power plant strikes. The chief of the United Nations nuclear watchdog said attacks near Iran's atomic power plant pose a very real danger to nuclear safety and must stop. The facility in the south of the country equipped with 100,000 megawatts retractor has been targeted 4 times in the US Israel war on Iran. Most recently on Saturday, strikes near the operating plant cause harmful consequences for people and the environment in Iran and beyond. Wow, that is true. That is true. Israel Defense Ministry said his country has conducted a powerful strike on Iran's largest medical facility, and Iran media reports multiple explosions at the site. Okay, we had a few more paragraphs to go, but we just leave the war talk here. Mm-hmm. Love out of blessings, everyone. Hope you all have an amazing day or night. Blessings. Yes, indeed. Blessings indeed. I give a thanks to the 10 thumbs up here. Me know say things, no good things not happen out there, but a lot of bad things happen. And you become skeptical to hear say you win certain prizes, yeah, man. So anybody have to be cautious and so forth. So give a thanks, yeah. Give a thanks. Anyway, I hear so I and I leave this thing, you know. As I know it honestly a car drive past, just a show on the outside or going through the window. And think I'll give a thanks to devotional reading and newspaper reading so far. Grateful and thankful for the support. So as my brother said, blessings and peace. I said the same thing, blessings and peace. It's about right the time, you know, it's 3 minutes to 6 in Kingston, Jamaica, so it's 5:57 in the morning here. With the bird the back chirp and thing. Take care of yourself. Much love and respect. I'm signing out for now.